Looks like we're going to get started, guys. Going to get rolling on this. Good evening, guys. It is Sunday, and we are going to be doing some wood burning. If you guys don't know, my name's Jonathan. Other people then call me Jono. So we're gonna be doing some wood carving today. No, wood carving, wood burning. We're working on my tote. We got this little weird ass design, and we're gonna be just having a good chat while I'm busy. I gathered that this is a good way to kind of get out there and spread the Jono word, because it is the word of me. So today, guys, once you hit the chats and you're here, go ahead and give me a hello so I know you're there. And then answer the question of the day, which is, what got you to smile today? I'm always interested. And it's always nice to hear other people having a good time and enjoying your day. So today we're going to be doing some wood burning. And at first, let's plug in this bad boy and get him heated up. We've got 1 cup of Java and a whole bunch of work to do. So while I'm working, I'm going to just have a chat with you. So if you guys want to know anything, go ahead and hit me up in the chat and I'll answer any questions. I will. Why? Because I can. So let's get this bad boy plugged in. Let's not leave that on the desk. Otherwise, fire. Now, I'm not going to make the same mistake as what I made last week, where I was sitting and waiting for the soldering iron to heat up because it was plugged in. But how many times have you guys plugged something in and then forgotten that it doesn't have power to that cord? So you just sit there waiting. Or like fighting with a toaster. That's another one that I've done before because you haven't switched on the power button yet. You know what I mean. It's happened. It's happened to you before. It has. DDP? What is it? Sorry, guys, we had a bit of an issue with our internet, but we have got it back. Can you see better? How's it looking on your end? Let's quickly ask a friend to tell me how's it looking. Oh, thanks, man. Freckles, how you doing, man? You having a good evening? Is it a good day for you? And what made you smile today? Answer the question. Oh, thanks, man. Much appreciated. Okay, so today we're going to be doing some burning. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Sunday. I really do. Because, it's not good to be stressing on a Sunday, people. Not good. Why? Because stress maakt dood. Otherwise, AKA kills. Oh my goodness, this coffee's good. No, it didn't go well for them, eh? They definitely got the hidings today. The pak sla, as we say in Afrikaans. The pak sla. So, this is busy heating nicely. So, but then again, if you're going to get taken to the mat and your game isn't strong there, it was obvious he was going to get his hiding, right? It was obvious. Look, I'm not saying I'm better than that guy because obviously, my bum would be kicked for 2 weeks from Tuesday. Guaranteed. I wouldn't have even got that far. I would have been like, hello, sleeping, Not the best fighter, really. Okay, guys, so today we're going to be doing this weird design over here. I don't know if you guys can see this. So if you watched the last episode, right, you'd see that I was doing things like such. I'm busy with my tote toolbox. Excuse me. My tote box. Now, through the course of the evenings, I want to put more and more on this box because it'll just eventually come out nicely. Yeah? It will. It will. It come out lekker. Or so we hope. Okay. Oh, that's heating up nicely, guys. It's heating up nicely. Oh, today's chat is great. So what made you smile today? What made me smile today is that I woke up and I realized how epic my life is. It is awesome, right? Because I've got health, right? And health is the winner, bro. Without health, you got nothing. You know, a lot of people want to complain about stuff, but like, genuinely, life is good, man. Yeah, there's a lot of things you could complain about, but how about just counting your blessings, man? Like, you weren't in the ring getting the pummeling. That's the best part. Or you didn't play for the rugby side, the squadron, because that was embarrassing. But you know what? We can't change how it went. We can only go, sorry for you. We can do. So, guys, I'm going to be changing over to my chest mount and just kind of like going from there and then showing you what I'm up to. Today, we're going to be burning this cool little thing. We're just waiting for the soldering iron to achieve maximum hotness. And then we're going to be jumping on and just go ahead and doing things like that. So, like, I was lucky enough Saturday. Oh, hi, Claire. How are you doing? Yes. Thank you for joining us. You have been joining us very well today. So, basically, my mate, which I'll name, is Ryan. Lekker, dit gaan baie lekker hier op die Sondag. Yes, it's going fantastic in the Sundays, guys. And for you guys that's tuning in, man, I appreciate it. So thank you so much. Tell me a little bit about how your day was, because my day is going freaking awesome. And now it's Sunday evening. And I was just saying, I got the opportunity to go to my friend, a good mate of mine. Get this started. A good friend of mine went and did a track day on Saturday, which was yesterday. And I'm telling you now, guys, stay tuned for that story. That's the redemption story. It's going to be epic. I got tons of footage. But he went to go do a track day, and it was amazing, man. This car of his is like super rocket, man. This thing just takes off. It's a BMW. Don't even ask me what kind of motor it is. All I can tell you, that baby is turbocharged, and it was going as it came past you down the straights. Kasgebou. Hey, baie dankie, Lloyd. Jy moet 'n bietjie prentjie stuur vir my. Yes, and he was going like a pocket rocket. I'm telling you, that car, that's a competitor, man. Or even a champion car. We don't know yet. But it's going to be joining the clubman scene. I don't know if you guys are into racing. Let me know if you're into racing. We can talk a bit about that. But like, wow, guys, it is amazing how fast that car is. Guys, I went there and I was like, GCM, boy. They're also hanging out with my good guy, my good mate from Clutch Kicks. And I'm telling you now, that guy, he knows his stuff, eh? He knows his stuff, boys. Now, guys, not an advertisement, just talking about my mates and telling you how great it is to have good people in your life. It just changes the way you do things. So, guys, we're going to go ahead and start burning. I'm going to do it over here, get going. It's so hard to start because you're like a pre-age type of vibe. But you know what? The first part about starting is just doing. So let's get into it. I'm just going to start burning from there. I think let's just do the first stroke and the rest will make sense. So, guys, what I was going to say is that, so we went out on Saturday. And you got to understand a little bit of a backstory here about this car. Now, the car itself, since we got it, you're like, you first get a race car and you bring it in and it has so much promise. And you're like, oh, yes, it will be amazing. It will be amazing, I tell you. It's going to be epic to epic proportions. And then you go ahead and you start building this thing. And, you take it to an open track day, and you run it, and it comes back broken. I mean, like, it just freaking wrecks on you, And then once it wrecks, you're like, oh, what broke? Nah. And then we took it, and then we went back. Hey, nah. See, watch out, guys. Soldering irons can burn you quickly. Notice how fast that happened. See? Whenever you do anything with a tool, remember the tool is going to do what the tool does. So keep your hands out of harm's way. First rule. Let's try to prop this up so you can see better. I'm trying not to go onto my mounted cam to my chest, because as soon as I do that, it's just going to get shaky. And I don't think anybody wants shaky footage. Say no to the shaky. No to the shaky. Yes, safety third. Yes, safety third. For all you guys that like Dirty Jobs, I don't know if you guys seen it. Comment Dirty Jobs if you watch Dirty Jobs. It's actually quite cool. It shows you how many people are actually willing to do a lot of infrastructure work for cash people. And it's jobs that all the hard work that gets put in to actually like finish off jobs that most people wouldn't want to do, Like, who wants to clean septic tanks and stuff like that, Not a lot of people. But you know what? If you're willing to do it, there's a job for you. So we're just getting into the burn here and just turning the object. It's looking pretty cool. It's actually creating, something. Just go ahead and do something. And guys, I'm not taking this too seriously. It's not for a client. It's for me. But I do want to just have fun with something, because a lot of times, Mike Rowe is awesome, man. He is a legend, a complete legend, man. Oh, that's someone I wouldn't mind meeting. Definitely someone I wouldn't mind meeting. He's done more horrible jobs than most people do in their lifetime. Yeah, guys. So like I said, this is not for a client. This is for me. So I'm not too stressed about what the outcome is. But I can tell you one thing. There's only one way you achieve anything, and that's by practice. So practice does not make perfect. That is a lie. I think it makes you better, but it doesn't make you perfect. I think taking more shots will eventually lead to a better game. But obviously, mindless shots just go nowhere. So guys, think before you act, or just do rather than think too much. I think that's within reason. Obviously, don't jump off anything and then blame me for it because you didn't think. We've all been given faculties, brains, good brains to be used so that we can think things out and decide, okay, sorry, guys, I was a bit over the camera there. I'm busy getting used to this. Guys, this is like my third show. And for you guys that have shown up in my third show, I would like to tell you, thank you. Thank you so much for showing up. Because half of life is just showing up. If you guys don't know what this is for my tote toolbox. I'm busy putting my tote toolbox together. As I said before in episode 1, it's because I kept dropping my stuff. If you saw my cell phone, you'd be like, damn, son, you should have sorted this out sooner. Yes, I know. My poor little cell phone has a busted up screen, but I can still see on it, and I've stuck some sticky tape. It must just last until I can get a new one. We've all been there, right? We've all been there. Like, just hold me in a hoe type of vibes. Guys, I'm having such a good night tonight, guys. I just want to say thank you so much for all of you guys that are tuned in. Consider it like Jono's little radio, basically. I'm just going to keep talking while I work, and we'll see what comes up. And if you give me a good topic, we can talk about that. Tell me about stuff you're interested in. Go ahead. Tell me your hopes and dreams, and I shall share them with you. I shall be your cheerleader. I shall be the one that goes, you can do it. Because, let's be honest here, sometimes you're not going to get the support that you want from the people around you. Because sometimes the vision is just bigger than that. So, guys, just do things. Yes, F1, man. Oh, I love F1. F1, I think, is a brilliant freaking sport, man. I think sometimes a lot of people just get too much involved in the game. When I say that, I mean they change too many rules. Like they take away the driver's chances to drive. What do you guys think? Huh? Do you think you could pull it off and just jump in a Formula One car and go for it? Well, I know I can't. Okay, I'm going to be straight up with you. Like, I genuinely believe these guys are talented way beyond our little understanding brains. You know, it's not just computers. It's actually very skilled people that you require. Let's get that in there. Okay. That you require to actually complete a lap in like a rocket ship, right? And honest truth, like, can we talk about Stroll quickly? Lance Stroll, man. Oh my goodness. I am shocked how well that guy's doing. At one stage, he had the most hate on the Formula One grid. Does anybody disagree there? Is anybody a Stroll supporter here? Not that I'm knocking the guy, right? Because, like, the funny thing is like our society has this catch where we decide it's okay, it's cool to be hating on someone, even though those people aren't that bad. Like, let's bring up like a band, like for example, like Nickelback. Now, a lot of people will say, "Oh, it's Nickelback," but for real, Nickelback was like not that bad, was it? Do we have any Nickelback fans, or are you still scared to be cool with Nickelback? You know, Nickelback is awesome. You know, yes, you'll never get your Nickelback, but that's fine. You know, I actually think it's pretty cool that people can just enjoy life and not care what others think. You know, a lot of people are just like so stuck in their own heads, are worried about what the next guy is going to say or what they like. And, oh no, they won't like me. If I say I like this, then maybe, just maybe they won't like me. But in the end of the day, you shouldn't care. Like, really, if you're heading somewhere great, what does it matter? What does it matter? In a few years' time, like, that might be it for you. Like, done, you know, like no more. And then you worried more about what people thought of you than what you were actually doing stuff. You know, because you're always going to get haters. Understand that haters are part of the game of coming up. Like, if you want to be something better in your life, you're going to have a lot of people that go, "Oh, but I wouldn't do that." You know, and you're going to just say like, "Hey, sorry for you, man." You know, I know you wouldn't, but like, you know, my mom raised me to be someone that wants to go get stuff out of life, you know. And I feel like we don't want to let like our family members down, but they don't know what we're doing. Really, they don't. You know, they'll always just like, they care for you. Don't get me wrong. They'll always care for you, but they're more worried that you're going to crash hard. But that's okay. That's okay, you know. They just don't want to see you in a circumstance where you're like, "Oh no, I'm not doing too well. You know, you got to support me." But like, you know, at the end of the day, you just got to be you. You got to be you. You got to listen to that little voice. Yes, Claire, I agree. They did have good music, you know, but it was just cool at one stage just to hate on them, you know. And, you know, I'm pretty sure sometime or another you were at a club, pub, or in your own room listening to Nickelback, knowing the words to the songs, but too scared in public to actually go, "Hey, it was a good show." No, you know, like Rockstar. Rockstar was a good song. I think, like, if anybody disagrees there, you know, come on, living the rockstar life. Who doesn't want that? You know, at one stage, we all want just like to live at large and like be like, "Hey, you know, we're gonna live so cool, have a big ass bathroom." You know, like, you know, one that you can invite for meetings, like do a Skype meeting inside your bathroom because it's that big. I don't know. Is Skype still a thing? I don't know. I don't use that sort of thing. I don't have to log in with corporate. So everything's good there. How's that looking so far, guys? Look, it's a ship. And this. Yes, you guys are most probably going to notice the imperfection over there. Yes, over there. That is just pencil. As soon as I sand, this disappears. So whatever extra scratches you see, you're like, "Oh no." Don't worry, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'll take your hand. Oh my goodness. Tyron is coming back all the way from Brazil, messaging me. Yo, bro, how you doing? How you doing? Huh? How's the Brazilian food treating you? Are you watching lots of soccer? Or is it football? He's gonna hate Clay, you're correct. Oh my goodness, he's calling out all the animals. Seeing who's there. All the way from Brazil. Brother, we miss you. You must come back to the Cape. Yes. We miss you. Oh, yeah, the Cape Townians are here. The Cape Townians. Is anybody else from Cape Town up in here tonight? Huh? Nope. No Cape Townians. Just one. It's okay. Or two, because I'm also from Cape Town, people. Born and bred. You're from the Cape Town. You know, when we see the mountain, everything's okay. You look up at the mountain, you're like, hey, bro, there's a mountain. You know, I swear, that's why, like, people start driving nuts on, like, days where they can't see the mountain. They freak out. Cape Townians. You know, it's usually like when you can't see the mountain and people are like, oh, no, the mountain's missing. It's not like anybody's ever stolen the thing, right? It can't be stolen. It's too big. You know, unless David Copperfield comes to Cape Town, then we got to watch that guy. You know, he might just steal that mountain. We don't know. But the Cape Townians will be then lost, wouldn't they? So, guys, who's watching Formula One? Who's missing it? It's that very long break. It's that very long break, guys, where we just have to wait for it. Just have to wait for it. And it's almost there, guys. The summer break for them is almost over. And then we'll be back watching wreckage. You know, a lot of guys just don't know how much fun it can be to go that fast. Like if you're one of the few that actually believe like, you know, they're just going around in circles. You know, yeah, they are. I'm not going to lie. They are. But at the same time, you know what? There's so much going in the background. Like you got guys that are sitting there, that's jobs, are actually just to work out how long a tire will last over a period of time. Right? And like, guys, who misses the days where we could just go ahead and slap on multiple different tires from multiple suppliers and then actually race good races, like where we challenge suppliers against thingy. You know, the tire changes were like, I enjoyed, like when I say like, I'm going to give away my age, but back in the day when Formula One was running your like V8s, V10s and stuff like that, I think we had way better competition then in the sense of like wheels blowing up. Can anybody remember when we had that event where Iceman himself racing for, who was it now? I think it was for, I can't even remember what team he was racing for back then. But anyway, Mr. Kimi Räikkönen himself had 2 tires blow up and take the whole suspension out. Like, I mean, you're like driving along, or like not driving, I mean, like you're racing. You're on the limit. And you come down to like a bend, you step on brakes and boom, both tires, suspension, everything just disappears in front of you. The front wheel's just like gone, right? Like, what do? You can't steer out of it. So like, but that must suck. And then you're leading the Formula One race and that happens to you. Oh, you know, we miss Kimi. Don't you? Kimi Räikkönen was one of those weird drivers where he actually gave us a real view on what he was. You know, that guy just wanted to race. That's it. But today's like Formula One guys, they're very much ballerina. They can't say things. Like, anybody remember Hunt? Land Cruiser. Wow, man. Respect. You know what? Not a lot of people actually bring things back from the dead anymore. You know? And when I say not a lot of people, I mean like it's so weird. Like when I was growing up, you'd find like a whole lot of people that would be doing like projects in the garages and building something new or maybe just fixing up Auntie Sunny's like BMW, box shape, because like they had to keep it together. Nah, like it's very it's not that often I actually come across people that actually do work at their houses anymore. Like, I don't know if it's just me or like thingy. Like, my brother, my eldest brother, he was like one of these crazy mad scientists, okay? And he built this he built this Ford Escort XR3. I don't know if you guys know the XR3. How's it, Toya? But like, he had this XR3, and it was a 2-door. And this thing, guys, it was like, he started off with like a 1600 and he put like a cam in it. Okay. And it was fast. This thing was a monster. And then he was like, nah, not fast enough. So he goes ahead and he hacks out the front and he puts in, he put in the bigger motor because the nose actually broke. So you would turn into corners and the thing would just go straight instead of turning but that's irrelevant. And he went and put in a 2-liter Pinto motor into a little 1600 body XR3 Ford. And I'm telling you now, black fenders. And this sound of this motor purely sounded like things getting sucked up and eaten in it. Like it just was like nom, 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 nom. And it would rival the racetrack. Or actually robot to robot. Nothing could touch this thing. I mean, like, it was fast. And, like with any beasts, unfortunately, it's always, always, always someone that goes ahead, gets gesyp, and that's the truth, guys. Gesyp people cause more accidents, right? But gets gesyp and ends up taking that car off the road, And it's so sad because that car was amazing, eh? It was really amazing. It was something monstrous. It had set of side drafts. Oh, no. When you said a clink lacquer, I'm telling you now, whatever you're imagining, nothing like that today on today's cars sounded like this. It sounded amazing. I mean, like, he had to pick me up in town once. Okay, this is when I was working as a film editor. My brother had to come pick me up because my car just wouldn't run. Now, I owned a little 1300, also an XR3, but it was a 4-door, and it was the Kent motor. And with the Kent motor itself, it wasn't much power. But anyway, so the thing just wouldn't run. So I gave him a call, and the amazing thing is like, so now you're in town. And if you've been in town, you know how everything echoes against like the city walls. So now imagine like, almost like a triumphant trophy, like, what do you call it? Like a trumpet. Yes, like trumpets. Like if you've heard side drafts, like just help me out here. If you've, have you ever had side drafts in a car or been around a car with side drafts? These things have this roti like sound. I don't know if I'm like doing it right. My impressions aren't that great sometimes, but like this thing was a monster, and you could hear this thing rumbling as it came closer. The town, it's wild, man, and it still sticks to my memory today. That was by far the most epic, monstrous sounding car. Yeah, you know what I mean. It's just like, if you didn't have a throttle whoop whoop reaction, like not today's, but like, I mean, like if you want big daddy toys, like these things with it was the Lotus. Yes, the Lotus. That's what it was. The Lotus, and these things were monstrous. Like, I mean, like, I know I'm just going on about these side drafts, guys, but like, the sound of it was amazing. Like, not that you hear these sort of cars today, But so anyway, I do have a point to the story. So I had to tow me back, but like, my brakes were glowing. I mean, like, we got to like the robots back here in like our side of the neck of the world, and the brake ducts were glowing. I mean, like, freaking warm, ne? Yeah, guys, see, it's coming together nicely. We got a little ship. A little, I think we'll call it flashy, huh? Okay. Be lekker. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Guys, look, I'm just so grateful you guys are all here. And I want you guys to have a fantastic Monday. For you guys that can't stay and you got to run. I understand. I just appreciate the fact that you showed up. Guys, thank you so much. You make it worth it. And I want to tell you to have a wonderful Monday. And guys, I must probably be back on tomorrow night. And if so, guys, come and join us. Like, yeah, for your work. For your work, Lloyd. Guys, I want you guys to have a wonderful Monday because you know what? Expect the best and get it, you know? We all have reasons to be like doom and gloom most of the time, right? Buy a donkey, man. Buy a donkey. We all have reasons to be doom and gloom, but I want you guys to know that, you know, be expectantly happy for no good reason. Because we could be murag for no good reason. Let's be happy for no good reason, right? Let's expect better. Because like everybody could be doom and gloom, but let's be happy. Let's be happy, you know? Because, you know, water on the outside of a ship doesn't sink it. It's the water on the inside that does. So don't let the water in. Don't let that bad water in. You know, only karate water if you have to. You know, but don't karate anybody. Just be nice. Just be nice to people, man. People need it. People need it. Not everybody's having a great day. Some people are stuck in their heads. You know, let's try to be kinder and nicer to others. You know, even though sometimes it is hard. But, you know, we don't know what others are going through. So let's give them a chance. Guys, I hope you have a fantastic, a wonderful Monday later ahead for you. I'm going to believe it to be so. Because that way you guys can go, yo, my Monday was amazing. And I'll be like, yes, it was. Yes, it was. It was an amazing Monday. You know? So let's start this supercharged week with amazing. Just laying around, waiting for it to show up. Guys, the next topic I would like to talk about is the thing that made me smile so much today. And it's that I'm healthy. And I got an opportunity to live today. You know, there's so much to be grateful for. Guys, even if you don't have a cup of coffee or not the job that you wanted, guys, there's so much to be grateful for. Like, I'm so grateful for this opportunity to actually be able to go online and talk to people all out there, you know, just to have a good chat, just to have a good chat. Like, you know, it's always nice to hear from you guys. And I mean it, every single video you guys watch, I appreciate that, man. I'm not a big channel. I'm not massive. I'm not Mr. Beast. And I'm not planning to be him anytime. So guys, if you're looking for something different, something real, you know, maybe I'll go one-on-one chats with you guys sometime. Tell me what you like, what you're doing, what your life's like. You know, because we need cheerleaders in this world. I think that's the main thing here. You know, there's not enough cheerleaders in the world. There's a lot of doom and gloom people, but not enough people that'll cheer for you and say, hey, you know. But I genuinely, and I mean this like honest truth, and anybody that knows me can vouch for me on this one. Yeah. Nee, dankie vir jou, man. Dankie vir jou. Dankie dat jy gekom het. Now guys, look, I want you guys to know that, you know, it's genuinely not about like the doom and gloom in life. It's actually more about like what makes you happy. And I think if you do more of what makes you happy, you'll be a happier person. But at the same time, like, you know, even if you have to lie to yourself, tell yourself it's going good. Even when the world's crashing around you. Like, we all have those days, man, where you just want to crawl into bed and freak. I mean, like, just say no. But I want you to know that I'm rooting for you guys, man. When it comes down to your successes, I get excited when I hear my friends tell me of how well it's going for them. Like, I mean, like, you know, you get some people that are in your friendship circles just to hear you say, good things so they can go, oh, yeah, but that wouldn't happen to me. But like, you know what? Turn around and tell the guy, like, wow, I'm so proud of you. You know, if you know that guy's been going for it, like, give him perks, man. Give him some props. We need to be cheerleaders for other guys instead of, there's too many people breaking people down rather than building them up. So be one of those people. Just start, pick a guy, pick a person. You're talking to someone, you know, hey, look, they were like just trying to maybe sort their room out for the day. And it can start small, right? Sort their room out for the day. And maybe they get a bit like crazy, you know, with their own corp. And they're like, oh, I'm trying to do this. I must be perfect and stuff. You know, go there and just tell them, hey, look, wow, what a change. Good job. You know, it takes nothing from you. It really doesn't. And I'm telling you now, you get what you put out. So if you're going to put out good vibes in this world, I'm pretty sure good vibes are going to find you. But if you're going to be moody and always saying like bad things about others, like how can you expect someone else to be talking good about you? You know, it's not going to happen. It's just not. And if it does, like, well, you know, that's not fair. But life sometimes isn't fair, and that's okay. Because so long as you keep your side clean. Good friend of mine's mom used to tell me, you know, don't worry about the wheel because it always turns. And when it turns, just make sure you're not under it. And I think that stuck with me because if you keep doing bad things, sooner or later, you're going to end up under that wheel. And you don't want the wheel to turn on you. You're like, I just want like really everybody to be happy, you know? And it's tough to want happiness for everybody, but it's not that tough. It's easier just to like not like people. But like, you know what? We're not in it alone. Like we're all here to win, aren't we? You know, you winning doesn't necessarily mean I have to lose. So like, why not just support the next guy, you know? We had a guy that in our street, actually, he did the, what was this event called? It happened at the ICC, right? Oh, thanks. So you're going to go catching fish? You're going to go catching fish? That's nice. Or is it just your uncle that catches fish? Look, I was saying that, you know, this guy was busy doing this event, a guy in our road, and he was doing this event, and it's one of these Iron Man type of things. Have you guys, anybody done that sort of thing where you like do like a cycle, a run, and then a whole lot of craziness? Like I truthfully, not my kettle of fish, but I can say one thing though, you know, if you're excited about it, man, I just get excited. Yeah, it's like a coffee sip time. Yay. You know, so like he went and he did it, and you know what? He kicked ass. I mean, like he was beating it down. He did a good time. He actually finished better than what he expected. And you know what? When he told me, I only got to hear about it like a few days later. And then I was like, oh my goodness, he did it. And you know what? Just the look on his face of like he achieved it. It just made me so happy knowing that someone achieved something they went after. Because you know what? There's going to be tons of failures in your life. Understand that. You're going to fail so many times. I mean, like, you start losing count eventually on how many failures you get. Because don't look at the failures as failures. Look at them as like stepping stones. Because if you hit the ground, guys, enough times, the joy of hitting the ground and being so low is that you get up quicker. That's a fact. You get up quicker, and you know what? You can either be one of these people that want to lay down and cry and go, boo, boo, hoo, it's not working for me. Or you could be the second person in this whole thing and go, you know what? I'm done. Yes, it sucked. But, you know, from this, I'm going to learn something. I'm not going to let that happen again. Hey, guy, you know, even though you're not fishing, right? And you're going to school, guy, go make the best, man. You got the future in your hands. And I mean, like, you don't have to all figure it out one go. Remember, life's a journey. It's a journey. It's not a destination, and that's something I want to actually say here, for such a long time, I thought I needed to have it all figured out. I mean, like all of it. And you know what? You're just going to get anxious and you're going to stress yourself out and you're not going anywhere. I'm telling you now, you'll instantly hit the brakes on yourself. So guys, just go ahead and enjoy life. Enjoy it. Find out what makes you happy. What brings you peace. Because peace in the end of the day is what we're all after, isn't it? Isn't that the success story of life? Finding peace within it, being in total turmoil and being like, hey, I'm okay. And yes, yes, right now you might be thinking, oh no, what am I going to do? But you know what? Sometimes it's not up to you. There's only, there's a thing I focus on of what I can control. And in life, there's only, I would say 2, but 3, if you want to count it, that you can control. The one is your effort. How do you approach things? How are you going to go about doing it? Are you going to go half-ass? And if you go half-ass, you can only blame yourself. And the other thing is your attitude. Now, if you approach this thing with, hey, look, it might go good, it might go bad, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to do it to the best of my abilities. I'm telling you now, if those are the things you're controlling, you're going to do good. You're going to do good. But if you're going to sit back and you're going to expect the whole world to bow to you so that you can get everything, it's not going to work. Trust me. I spent years, and I mean years, sitting there going, oh, I'll wait for it to fall in my lap. And then everything will be okay. Yes. But no, it doesn't work that way. Guys, your effort, your attitude, and that eventually will bring out the outcome, which will be your action. So it's only 2 things you can focus on. The rest is out of your control, right? If you're going to show up today, show up in a way where it makes a difference. I mean, go ahead and smile more. There's a lot of people with just sad eyes, And yes, your day might not be going so great. But at the same time, you could be the light, or you could choose to want to put light out of others, where you're doom and gloom. You've met these people, you've walked into a room and your energy just drops. Now, guys, I want you to know that I appreciate each and every one of you tuning in tonight. I mean, for reals though. Really. I'm happy you found something that made you happy. I'm really, you know what? I want you to chase your happiness in such a way where your sad days don't even make you sad anymore. But remember, happiness is only as good as sustainable happiness. Obviously, I did a bunch of things in my youth. And when I say youth, I mean 20s. That maybe changed some cards for me. And, I got hooked up in the wrong people. And I did the wrong things. And, the thing is you can come back from that. You can come back from that. Because, so long as you don't harm someone, try not to harm. If you're not harming anybody and you're happy and you're joyful and you can go to work and you can be like, hey, I love what I do. The rest will come. The rest will come. If you look at these multimillionaires on TV, and on the YouTube, they always say, you can become rich doing anything. You don't have to chase a niche. You don't have to become a YouTuber. You don't have to do any of that. Just love what you do. The rest, when you love what you do, and I think I'm starting to understand it more as I grow a little bit older. If you love what you do, it doesn't become so hard anymore, It's not that hard because the hard times are tough either way. But if you love it, man, you're willing to dig through it. You're willing to take that burn. And it's okay. It's okay because it just makes it so much sweeter once you arrive. Guys, I'm having a fantastic evening. thank you so much for all of you that have shown up tonight to watch me do this. Now, I know, yes, you're wondering what brought this on, and this is just me challenging myself. I'm doing things that make me feel uncomfortable this year. And, before the year runs out, I hope this inspires you to go after something you want or something you feel that's a little uncomfortable, because sometimes they're a little uncomfortable will take you to the breakthrough you've been looking for, If you're a religious person, you pray a lot, like, guys, you're praying, but sometimes that uncomfortableness that you got to go through, you just got to be okay with it, that uncomfortableness, Trust me when I say this. It leads to someplace good if you're willing to put yourself in a slight bit of out of your comfort zone and just do something that you're not usually good at. Not for others to see, for yourself. Because it doesn't matter what others think, One day when you're long gone, they're not going to go, oh, remember that time where he made a fool of himself? And maybe they do, but what does it matter to you? Oh, Hot Wheels. Your Hot Wheels, man. We had Matchboxes when we were growing up. Yeah, Matchbox. I think it's Matchbox. Yeah, it's Matchbox, right? You guys seen the Matchbox cars? There used to be something that could fit into a Matchbox. I think that's how they got their name. But anyway, so we used to have Matchbox cars, but growing up, I'm one of 6 kids, so I can tell you straight up, it was a bit tough growing up. We didn't always have everything, but you know what? We had what we needed, and we had parents that loved us, And I think that made a big base of where we are in our lives today. The rest of the siblings and everything. Yeah. Now I enjoyed playing as a kid. I enjoyed it a lot. I still find myself. I think as a man, I'm speaking for myself here, obviously, because I can't speak for all men, because we don't congregate in society who speaks for us. But as a guy, I'm gonna go with that. As a guy, I still can't help playing around as I get the chance to play with him. Let me show you something. Okay, I'm gonna put this down and then I'm gonna go show you something. I have a mini cast car. Okay. I have a little mini that I have in my workshop that I've had for so many years. And occasionally, see, even as a grown dude, I'm still playing with cars, man. They just, you know what? I don't think we ever get out of it. I don't think it ever stops where you just don't go if you get the chance, But this one is a Corgi. I don't know if you know this brand. But this little mini beep 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 beep. Yeah, kids, man. We always just big ass kids. That's the truth. I don't think we as men we ever grow up. We just become more serious. So yeah, let's get that line. See, guys, how's it looking so far? I think I should have actually raised that a bit more. But you know what? Not going to worry about it. Why? Because it doesn't need to be, it doesn't need to be perfect, guys. Come on. Let's eliminate this thing of I think it starts with anybody here or that hears this. Hopefully you get to the point where you go, you know what? Things don't have to be perfect to be okay. Sometimes perfection is a pipe dream, man. It's the thing that stops us from going for it. Right? Yeah. Sorry, couldn't help myself. I saw it and was like, yeah. Okay. Anyway, so the pipe dream of perfection. Let's be there. I think we so get stuck in our own minds and we're like, oh, it's got to be perfect. We got to wait for the stars to align and then for nothing to go wrong. And when it's exactly perfect, then that day we shall do it. But you know what? That day never comes, because that's someday. And all I know is Monday to Sunday. That's it. I don't know someday. It doesn't fall within that Monday to Sunday deal. It doesn't, right? It really doesn't. And I just want you guys to go for it, man. I think the biggest thing is for us to forget that you're meant to be having fun while chasing things down. Like, I mean, like, if you want something and you put the time in and it still doesn't work, man, that's going to suck. But you know what's going to suck way worse? Regret. That word is just heavy in itself, okay? Because, like, if you didn't go for it and you waited now 30 years, 40 years, 50 years for, like, actually achieving it, like, or even just taking a swing, I think that's way more sad than swinging and missing. I think that's far worse. And you know what? If you swing and you miss, at least you did it, right? You went for it. You know, you took your opportunity and you were like, hey, I'm going to do this. You know, because a lot of people don't even bother. They don't. They really playing life on like they're trying to get out of here alive. And the truth is, no one gets out of here alive, you know. We're all going to die sometime. And you know what? You only get so much time. So find what makes you joyful. Find what those things that you can say, hey, look, I'm going to go after this. And if I don't get it, it's okay. It's okay. Because you know what? If you don't, you'll come out better anyway. It's better than sitting and doing nothing or waiting for the perfect time. There's too many people are genuinely, and I was one of these for so many years that would just sit there and go, oh, the stars need to align. Oh, my star sign says this. I should wait for that. Oh, yeah, my spiritual guide tells me that Neptune is in washing state. I don't even know what I'm talking about here, because like this is just crazy talk, really. Or I don't have my crystals in my pocket today, so I am not going to cross the street walking left. Who knows? Like half of the stuff just sounds crazy to me, you know. And we buy into this, but true fact is the only person that can stop you is you. That's it. You know, everybody's got the opportunity to uplift themselves and constantly learn more. You know. The story of how I got my workshop is actually a very interesting one. I think it's one of those things where I had a dream. I came out of rehab and I needed to find something to put my mind onto. And it took me a while and I kept looking and eventually I fell onto woodworking. And guys, I will recommend it to anybody that has had a substance abuse issue. Guys, find yourself something to get obsessed about. Like, I mean, crazy obsessed. Like, that you want to do the best that you can do. Not, you know, don't go and try to compete against, if you're going into the digital realm and stuff like that, and you want to go up against like a company like Tesla or IT or whatever it is, guys, you're going to fall short because you're not being you. Like, find the thing that makes you tick. The thing that makes you unique of doing that particular task, guys, and just focus on what you can do. And I mean you as in like a person. Like, if you can only go that far and like, hey, look, you know, oh, today didn't do too well, you know, not a problem. Good. You know where your weaknesses lie now. So work on them. You know, at one stage, like I started with my workshop and all I had was a actual saw. That's it. I had a skill saw or a cut-off saw, a skill saw, like a, and I didn't know much about the industry. I didn't know how to get into it. I walked around asking people. I showed up at businesses and I said, hey, look, I'm interested to learn. And you know what they told me? No, we don't trust you here. Or the other one was just like, no, you know, it's a lot of stuff we do here is trade secreted. And I was like, okay, cool. But I didn't give up. You know what? I kept going. And eventually I got a little workshop going. And my mother was so good to me because she was like, hey, look, I got a garage. Use it. Get yourself on your feet. So you guys that have a mom that has done something great for you, just say, love you, mom, in the comments. Like, my mom is no longer with us, and I do miss her, but who doesn't miss their mother? You think, you think as a kid growing up, you always like hope that like you never need to go through that. But at the same time, you do lose parents, guys. And when you do, it hurts. But I want you to know that it was not all for naught. They installed everything they could in you and taught you everything they could to make you better and get ready for what's happening. I'm just trying to sin probeer die beste gebeur. Okay, guys, you know what? I'm having a wonderful Sunday, and I'm thanking you so much for tuning in. Guys, I couldn't have asked for a better day. Today was a beautiful weather day. And yes, for the guys that go, oh, but we lost the rugby. Guys, you can't win them all. And when you do lose, hopefully we take it to the drawing board, figure out where we went south, and work on it from there. South Africa took its knocks this weekend, but guys, it's about to start a new week. And we know with Monday rolling in, it's always better. It's always better if you start off your week going, hey, this is going to be a great week. Before you go to bed on a Sunday, say it. Believe it. And you know what? That's better than being doom and gloom. All right? Better than doom and gloom. Because it's just so sad when you're already there. But if you say, not today, I'm going to be great. That's how we get ahead, by believing the unbelievable before it happens. Plus, it just looks like a cool psychic trick when you're like, hey, I'm going to be great. And then it turns out to be great. Then they're like, oh my goodness, how did he know? And like, wow, he's so amazing. Guys, I think I'm about done yet for tonight. I'm going to give it a quick scan and we can take a look at the result. Just a bit. But I think that's where I'm going to cut off. My battery's going a bit low tonight, guys, and you guys know the show. I always try to charge my battery, but with the old phones, they just keep on dying on you, damn son. But you know what? That's okay, because a new phone will arrive sooner or later. Yeah. You know what? Plucking a smile on, I get it. But guys, you know what? What if? Let's put it there, okay? I think we start here. I'm going to leave you with this thought. What if today was the start of your new life? One where you decided, no matter what, I am going to keep going and I'm going to keep smiling. Not fakely, not fake it until you make it. I mean, genuinely, like, I'm going to find the joy in this world. Because I can tell you now, to find the sadness in it is way easier. And it's like, you don't even have to try, man. But to find like happiness, I mean like genuinely like happiness. Like you wake up and you go, wow, I slept in a bed last night. Start your day like delusionally happy, okay? Like just for one day. One day, if your day doesn't feel better at the end of it, if you were genuinely non-realistic, as they would say, and you just said, hey, I'm going to have a good day today, no matter what, you'll find that at the end of that day, you're feeling so much better. No matter what comes at you, your effort and your attitude will be up. Because you know what? Why not act as if it's going to be good, even though it isn't? What does it cost you? Nothing. It's easier to do it the other way. Now, guys, I'm going to be heading out tonight after the sanding. But before I do, I want to say thank you so much for coming, tuning in, and having a good listen to me. And guys, we're gonna improve this show. Every show, I'm gonna expect more from myself for you guys. I'm gonna deliver a better show every show. Now, a lot of people will be going like, "Whoa, that's a bit crazy. Let's just stay the same." But you know what? You don't grow by staying the same. You grow by pushing yourself out of your comfort zones and trying new things. I'm just going to move this away so it doesn't annoy you guys with the because I'm pretty sure that's loud. Guys, this is what we got in the end. I'm actually happy with it. I'm stoked. I'm very happy with it. And I want to say to all of you that joined in tonight, guys, thank you so much for viewing. And I want to say I send the biggest amount of love out to you guys. And I'm going to assume you guys are about to have the best Monday possible. I mean, the best. Because that's what I'm going to believe you guys are going to tell me tomorrow. And you know what? If no one's cheering for you, I want you to know I'm here to cheer for you. Tell me what you want to do, what you're busy with, and I'll be the guy going, yeah, you go. Because we need more of that. We definitely need more of that in this world. And I'm going to be that difference. Guys, have an amazing Sunday evening further. Have a wonderful Monday. And I will see you guys, or you guys will see me do stuff tomorrow. Much love, Jono out.